morning, everybody. Welcome on board our new Sicilian
Buongiorno.
Honda A330.
What?
Our new Sicilian, it's our plane, the 330.
Oh, the 330. Okay.
Yeah. We do have a couple of important announcements to make before we board. Please have your seatbelts buckled as much as possible when you're in your seat. And we also have 281 passengers. And for that person, Louis, that is flying by themselves, I feel bad for you. I feel bad. 291, that means there's one person out there that's all by him lonesome. His or her lonesome. Another thing that we would like to mention, do not take off your shoes. Please. Think of your newest friend that is seated right next to you. That's very, very important. And one other thing we'd like to mention, please do not get into any heated 45 games. Remember, people, it's only a game. And one thing that this is very, very important because we had problems a couple of weeks ago. We did a trial run.
Yep.
Under no circumstances, and I repeat, under no circumstances, will sumo wrestling be allowed in the aisles.
Oh, no. Can't have it.
Because
Mamma mia.
that throws everything off. We're going to be averaging 576 miles per hour, not 575, but 576. And for those of you that smuggled a compass past our TSA security team, we will be flying northeast 62 degrees north for approximately 8 hours and 2 minutes. And, we wish you all a good flight, and we will be boarding momentarily. Hey, Lou.
Love it, Mike.
Wouldn't it be cool, huh? I mean, flying, I did a lot of it in my life, and it's got so unimportant to me right now. It's unbelievable. I don't know what it is, Eszter. I look around me. I look at this. We're so close in states here in the Northeast, and I find so much in New Hampshire and Maine, Vermont, Connecticut, Rhode Island. I think it's just awesome, and it's all within
That's
a country.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Mike, not a lot of people think like you. They think they need to go outside of the country to find beauty and things like that. And there is something to be said about going to a different country, a different culture, different languages. But right there in the United States of America are some of the most beautiful states, beautiful natural nature, mountains and beaches, and there's something to be said about that.
Something to me at this stage of the game, I don't want to put up with the airport BS. I don't want to put up with TSA. I just want to enjoy myself. I want to enjoy every minute of it. And like I said, I did more than my share. I was very fortunate. And I saw a lot of the world. I really did. The only part that we really didn't get to was Asia. And something that's not good. And speaking of seasoned travelers, Nancy Greco is saying hello, or Greco. I don't know exactly how she would pronounce that. Greco or Greco? Can you see? Greco, I think, right? Yeah, that's what I.
Let us know.
Speaking of traveling, Delta has this great new flight. My niece took it from New York straight to Catania. Alfred just took it to New York straight to Catania. It's really awesome because it's a one-shot deal. You don't have to, you just have to get to JFK.
Yeah.
But everyone reported a really comfortable, fast, and efficient. So that's kind of a good thing. And it sounds like if it works out, they'll continue that Delta JFK to Catania, which is so good for us.
Well, when they build a bridge, you can build a runway right next to the bridge.
Yeah.
Are they still moving along with the bridge?
Yeah, right. That bridge.
How are things going?
Listen, Mike, I got to ask you this before I forget. Al was at my mom's place in Andover, and a woman walked by, and my mom introduced Al Zappa. Oh, my cousin, Mike Lamazzo. Who the heck who's your cousin that lives in Andover? Talk about small world. And she lives at my mom's building.
Wow. Isn't that something, huh?
Any idea who it was?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good to know. So you have a cousin in Andover that you don't know about.
I'm being truthful.
Maybe
My
cousin.
thing,
I'll have to ask
Boats.
her.
Who knows?
you know something in Italians, like
Yeah.
with Tommy and Al, I mean, they got a zillion freaking cousins. No matter who you talk to,
Oh,
they're
that's
related
true.
to Tommy, related to Al.
That's true. But it
My
was just
family,
funny. The first thing she said was, "Oh, you know my cousin Mike Lamazzo."
Mike
I
doesn't know her.
I don't know it. You know,
Oh, that's
I
funny.
really, yeah, that's pretty good. How's your mom doing, by the way?
Doing great.
I'm
Thank you,
glad to hear
Lord.
that.
Yeah.
Andy Parisi saying good morning to everybody. Andy, hello. And you know something, we got a beautiful day here. I thought it was going to be just a shade warmer. It's a little coolness in the air still, but the wind I think makes a big difference too.
Fine.
But
Yeah.
oh my God, my azaleas, they opened up. There were so many honeybees on those azalea plants. I was sitting up in the deck, and it sounded like a freaking helicopter.
Oh, that's what you want. Yeah.
Oh,
That's odd.
gorgeous. Oh, they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then where we got looking? Oh, May 18th, we're opening the pool. And
We're moving right along into
the
summer,
season,
huh?
the season moves along. You know, you brought up about that new Delta flight, and believe it or not, I have some cliff notes that I take. Believe it, I do. Once in a while, I take some notes. And one of the questions I was going to ask you, because of you and Al going back and forth as frequently as you do, what exactly was in your mind the best way to fly from, say, Catania to Boston, and the most economical? And that happens to be one of the questions that I was going to ask for.
The most economical, believe it or not, is taking Turkish Air. And you go to Istanbul, which I did a few times. I went Catania, Istanbul, Boston. It adds on.
Is it worth the agita?
It adds on a couple of hours, but let me tell you, Istanbul airport is one of the biggest in the world, and you can easily spend hours there shopping or eating, or even getting your nails done, or they have massage beds. And the cost is significantly lower.
Okay.
Now, there's ITA, Itala, which is the new Italian company that took over Alitalia. They're pretty economical, but then you have to go through Rome.
Yeah.
Like I said, Delta does that flight to JFK to Catania. Now, people can also use Lufthansa and go through Munich. This time around, when I went home in March, I went to Munich, which is about 2 hours north, then to Boston, which was about a 7-hour trip. And then I did the same thing coming back. Very efficient, very affordable. But really, the affordability aspect comes in the time of the year that you fly, right? If you're flying off season, January, February, March, even April, the prices are far lower than, let's say, a May, June, July, August. Oh my gosh, September, and even October. I'm now looking at flights for November, and they're pretty good. I'm looking at Alitalia. I'm looking at several other. Right now, I'm not going to go over to Istanbul. I'm going to alleviate going to that part of the world right now. But there are many flights, many possibilities. You have the whole Europe that you can do as a cross cities. You can go to Amsterdam. You can go to Ireland. We have a family here that bought a house over in Trapani. They're from Vermont, and they like to fly to Ireland. Very simple, very easy, because it's only a few hours from the US to Ireland, and then they'll, helps with the jet lag, etc. So that's those are some good and economical times. And by the way, Mike, if your viewers are interested in coming to tips, we don't necessarily talk about flights, but we do in this tips book talk about some of the things, including some tips on getting to the airport and what to do at the airport to keep in mind. some foods to eat, and also what's
Excellent.
really great about this, there's some places to visit and also some expressions. So a great travel, Sicily travel tips. It's available on our Amazon. So it's a really good little guide. You know, we talk about make sure when you go to the airport, bring some change because you want to put change to get the cart to put your luggage on, you know? So like
Little things like that. Yeah.
these little things that really help the experience. So you not get to the airport and then, oh my God, I need a card. Oh, I don't have any change. You know, little things like that that we talk about.
That's
So
cool.
it's really fun.
April 25th is an important date for Italy.
Yeah.
It was the date that, you know, basically the war came.
Liberation Day.
Yeah, absolutely. How in Italy right now, after all these years, you know, 81 years, because it's a long time. What exactly goes on? I mean, are there parades or?
Yep.
Okay.
It's actually today is also a holiday. It's May Day. It's Workers' Day.
How many holidays do you people have in Sicily?
I'll get to that. Liberation Day. Any excuse for a holiday. Any excuse. Including celebrating foods. So, you know, we have the cannoli festival, we have the strawberry festival, we have a festival for festival, festa. My sister is always making fun of me. Is there a festa today? So Liberation Day is obviously a very important day of commemorating the importance of the Allies here in Sicily, and especially here in Sicily, because Sicily was so crucial to the end of World War II.
Exactly.
Of course, the Allies landed here in Gela, in Syracuse, and they actually, we call it liberated Sicily before the rest of Europe. It happened very fast in 1943. And then
we
it
need
took
more
them
generals like Patton. That's what we need. More generals like Patton.
Yeah,
I don't care
Patton and Montgomery were both here.
Yeah,
in Sicily.
They had a race. It was ego against ego. Who's got the biggest ego?
Exactly.
I'll get there first and meet you.
The other thing is, who could convince the Sicilians first, right? Because Patton had the advantage point of Lucky Luciano, who's a Sicilian in New York, who then hooked them up with all these Sicilian mafia that helped the United States. It's a very little known fact that the Sicilian mafia helped the U.S. Anyway, so there's lots of parades and speeches and, you know, stuff like that. Then today, May Day, Al and I took a little drive and we stumbled upon this line of cars, apparently, and then we turned around. We realized that we heard over loudspeaker, they were making speeches about workers' rights and pay and stuff like that. Today's a celebration of the workers. A lot of places are closed or open only half day. Now, the next holiday that we have, well, we have the month of May, of course, St. Alfio on the 9th and 10th.
I was just going to say, yeah.
So that's a very important festival. Then the next big national holiday is June 2nd, which is Festa della Repubblica. That's when Italy became a republic, right?
Sure.
After World War II, the people, 1946, they had a choice in the ballots to vote to retain or remain with the monarchy or to move into the republic, and they overwhelmingly voted to establish a republic. So we're not a democracy, we're a republic. It's called the Republic of Italy.
Is that the House of Bourbon that they decided to go away from?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Bourboni, the Bourbons. Now, let me tell you, before I go, tomorrow I'm going to a festival.
Of course you are.
It's a flower festival in Acciariale, where every year there's one here in Acciariale, and then there's going to be one on the 18th in Noto, where people take fresh flower petals and they make little carpets on the streets with different themes. I saw some pictures. There's one beautiful, huge one with the words peace and a dove. There's
I
some
like that.
scenes.
I like
It's
that.
very beautiful, and you look real close, and you can see the petals. And they use different flowers. They also use seeds like corn, and some kind of a black bean. So it is a work of art. And then they'll have the Sicilian puppets and the Sicilian carts parading around. So Sicilians know how to put on a festival.
Yeah, I guess the heck they do. They do it quite frequently. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. I just want to get back to the end of World War II. I had a picture of my mother-in-law's father dressed up in a fascist uniform.
Yeah.
And Mussolini held office for quite a few years, 17, 18 years, I believe, if not more. Yeah, he was the dictator. I get it. But the man also did a lot of good for Italy. He really did. He built a lot of roads. He fixed the roads, built a lot of bridges. Up in the Tuscany area, he drained out all those swamps that were up there now. And now you do go to Tuscany now, it's absolutely gorgeous. But that was a malaria-infested area until Mussolini moved in and decided to make that a priority. And he drained all the water out, got rid of it. I mean, so you got good, you got bad. I mean, was he good? No. Did he bring good things to parts of Italy? Absolutely. And it's an interesting, it's pull, push, pull, push. You know, you can go back and forth.
At the end of the day, he was a dictator.
Oh, no
At the
question.
end of the day, he was with Hitler. That at the end of the day, that's his legacy.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And that's all people want to focus on. But he did do some really good things in parts of Italy.
I'll tell you one interesting thing he did in Syracuse, in Ortigia.
What's that?
In Ortigia, there's the oldest.
Did your mic turn off, Eszter?
A woman that's quiet. Wow.
I'm going to have to switch back over there. Maybe the power ran out on that mic.
Oh.
Okay, why don't we take our break early?
Okay. We're going to go out, Lou.
Eszter will put it together.
Yep.
All right, Eszter, we're going to take a break.
Ciao, this is Eszter of You, Me, and Sicily. I want to talk to you about Tommy Amin and the great staff at Butcher Boy Market. Families, foodies, and home chefs come together at Butcher Boy to talk good food and create traditions. They offer the best in quality cuts of beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and restaurant-style steaks and chops. Produce? All of their produce is hand-selected to complement any meal or even to make it your main course. Their deli serves fresh roast beef, turkey, and beautiful imported Italian cold cuts, cheeses, and antipasto. And don't forget the Butcher Boy Bakery, featuring sweet delectables from all over the state, as well as their very own bakery. That's Butcher Boy, where the secret to a great steak is, of course, the steak. Located at 1077 Osgood Street in North Andover, Massachusetts, in the Butcher Boy Plaza. Ciao!
Legacy Care Law Firm provides estate planning and elder law services to people in the greater Merrimack Valley and southern New Hampshire areas, with offices in North Andover and Woburn, Massachusetts, as well as Nashua and Salem, New Hampshire. Discussing family and financial matters with an attorney can be intimidating, but our goal is to help you prepare for the future as you preserve your legacy. We help clients qualify for government medical benefits and ensure their estates are preserved for their families so they don't need to worry about their estate being wiped out by high nursing home expenses. Legacy Care Law Firm attorneys are here to support your journey toward a more secure financial future.
This is Tom Zappola. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill, The Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverhillbeef.com.
At Catadella Funeral Home, we reinvest in our business to provide your family with the best facilities. It begins with a beautifully landscaped exterior, parking for 250 vehicles, and a comfortable and inviting access to our renovated interior. Funerals can be costly, so you should review and compare plans to make sure you receive services that are fairly priced. I invite you to experience the Catadella difference in cost, facility, and service.
Catadella's honoring and celebrating the lives of the people we loved, providing exceptional care since 1929.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Play more, earn more, win more at Encore Boston Harbor. Sign up for Win Rewards today and score $50 in free play instantly. Score even more as you play your favorite games. New members will also receive $25 in free play for every 100 tier credits earned playing with your new Win Rewards card. Highly rewarding instantly. Visit EncoreBostonHarbor.com for more information. New members only. Further terms and conditions apply. If you or a loved one is experiencing problems with gambling and needs support, call 833-277-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org to speak with a trained specialist. Specialists are available 24/7 and services are free, confidential, and available in multiple languages.
This is Cindy.
And Mike Kunstler,
owners and operators of Four Oaks Country Club and Grazie Italian Restaurant in Drake, Massachusetts.
Grazie Italian Restaurant is the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
Why is that?
We have an incredible chef, Oscar Figueroa.
In the words of local famous chef and restaurant owner Lydia Shire,
Oscar thrives on hard work.
He is capable and gifted.
No one makes better food. Scallops, seared to perfection.
House-made ravioli with farm-fresh local corn.
And buttery, tender, lazy man's lobster, just to name a few.
You have to come experience Grazie Italian Restaurant for yourself.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club, 80 Meadow Creek Drive in Drake, Massachusetts. Hope to see you soon.
And we are back, and you're listening to the Sicilian Corner. We have Eszter on board with us, and also Ricky Andre is saying good morning to everybody. And Eszter, I know you probably don't know this young man, but he's an Elvis Presley tribute artist. And
cool.
He's he takes it extremely, extremely serious, does a hell of a job. 3 years ago, we had our 60th high school reunion from Lawrence High. And we had Ricky come in and he put on a show. And I'll tell you, we had 74 people there that evening, for a 60th anniversary.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. But boy, you talk
That's
about
fun.
work. You talk about work, trying to reach everybody and trying to get people to answer you back and whatnot. But it was very, very successful. And I have to tell you, if you have parents of a certain age and they're having a big anniversary, you want to have a little fun, give Ricky a call, and I'll tell you, he'll tailor it right to what you're looking for. There wasn't one thing I asked for that man did not do for me. And something is a lot of fun, and
awesome.
Did a great job.
Ricky's the best.
Yeah, he's good people, and like I said, he takes it to a different level. the mannerisms, the clothes that he has designed by Elvis's tailor.
Oh, I can see his profile picture is very cool.
Yeah, he's a good looking dude. Good looking dude. Good people. He's good family. And you know something, he's easy to work with, and that's important no matter what you do in life. Um, I was watching your show, You, Me, and Sicily, and you started visiting some of the islands off the coast.
Yeah.
Would you like to discuss that a little bit?
Yeah. So, Sicily is an island, and then in the north and east coast, there's 7 islands that are called the Aeolian Islands. Aeoli was the god of wind, and it is said that he blew some of these islands over to the north coast of Sicily. Now, there's also a set of islands on the other side, the Aegean Islands on the west coast. Those are a different set. I've never visited these, but these set of islands I visited for the first time in 2021. And Mike, Sicily is paradise, but to go to these islands, a lot of them are untouched. A lot of them are still green, pristine, fresh, and just, using the word beautiful doesn't do it justice. They are just miraculously stunning. And each island has a different personality. One of my favorite ones is Lipari, or in America they call it Lipari. It's actually Lipari.
Okay.
And it is the biggest one. And all of these islands have a volcanic personality. One of them, called Vulcano, actually has an active volcano on top. Now, it doesn't mean that there's lava coming out, but it is steaming, like Mount Etna. Yeah. Now, you also have Stromboli, that is also an active volcano. And there you will see some beautiful, if you go at night during sunset, you see explosion of fire coming from Stromboli.
Wow.
That'd be fun.
Now, people often ask me, and I know I'm going to get, and now I know I'm going to get this. Is it safe? Yes, it's safe. It's safe to go to those islands. Now, Stromboli a few years ago had a lot of eruptions very quickly, and there was a certain gas that was emitted that people were just encouraged to leave the island. But it wasn't like lava was going to come out. Same thing with Mount Etna. People often say, "Oh, well, aren't you worried about that?" And well, not really, because there are more volcanologists watching Mount Etna than any other volcano in the world.
I believe that.
So, and you have plenty of warning. So the islands are also characterized by this volcanic personality, and there's an energy on these islands that is different than on the mainland of Sicily. And these islands are known, for instance, they have the pumice, they have there's a rock that comes from the volcano that was used in ancient times as a knife. It is incredibly sharp, and I'm drawing a blank on the name of the rock, but it's a volcanic rock. It's very shiny, and now they use it to make jewelry and watches and things like that. It's also known for its capers, the seafood, which is incredible. And if you love nature, if you love hiking, if you love the beach, if you love history, those islands are just spectacular. And during September, we have a tour where we spend 4 days there.
Oh, wow.
And so that way people can get to know that island, and they can go island hopping, literally island hopping.
Okay. Lapani, how many people live there all year long?
Less than 10,000. It's small.
Less than 10,000.
Yeah, and then in the summer, 20,000, 30,000.
All right. It's a volcanic rock. Are they able to grow produce there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like the volcanic ashes, the volcanic element of the soil makes things grow faster, very nutritious.
All the
It
minerals,
has
yeah.
all the minerals. It becomes much more nutritious. But you have these types of lands all over Sicily. For example, for this Sunday's show, for our YouTube show this Sunday, I traveled to Catania, to the heartland of Catania, to a farm, to a where they breed Sicilian cows, sheep, bulls, and so forth. And even though Mount Etna is not there, there's a volcanic characteristic to the soil, which makes the beef from that area incredibly tasty and very
Interesting.
the cows here, the beef is not the best if you buy it, in some areas, but there are zones that make very high quality beef. So anyway, there's a volcanic element all over Sicily, on those islands, on Mount Etna, all over Sicily. And it doesn't necessarily have to be an active volcano.
All the islands are serviced by a ferry?
Yes.
Okay.
It's very, very well managed. And what you do is you can go from Milazzo. Milazzo is a port city in the province of Messina. It's got a huge castle over there. And people take the ferries there, not only to the islands, but you can take them to mainland Italy from there. And the ferries run basically every hour. And so what you do is you go, and the first stop is about 45 minutes in. The first island is Vulcano. Next, 10 minutes down is Lipari. Then you have an island called Salina, which I visited in 2022. It is just beautiful. And then you have Alicudi and Filicudi. Now, in Alicudi, one of the islands called Alicudi,
easy for you to say.
There are no streets.
Oh, wow.
No cars. They take stuff around by donkey, and you can only use your feet walking. And the way it's structured, that it's not a mountain, it's a big hill, and people live in sort of stratospheres. And you go up, and there's about 1,000 homes. So you can go up 1,000 steps to get to the top home. And the reason why they have homes up top is because when you think about it historically, in Sicily, you wanted to be at the highest position to see all the oncoming invaders, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly why they came. Now, before the show, Mike, we were talking about how in Sicily, you watch some of these women with the grocery stores walking on all these hills, and that keeps them young. And you bet on these islands, especially
a lot of steps, a lot of elevation, Yeah. From what you're describing, I can picture it kind of firsthand. I have not been to any of those islands that you just mentioned, but I did have the opportunity to visit Madeira in Portugal, and beautiful volcanic rock. And it's amazing how people can adjust and what they can do on an island that's, say, maybe 20, 21 miles long. And some of the views, and I saw it on your show this week, the sunsets are so breathtakingly beautiful. I mean, they're unbelievable. It's hard to describe what you're looking at in words. It really is.
Mike, when I first saw a sunset on Lipari, I literally had tears coming out.
Oh, I bet.
I've seen many sunsets. I've never seen, you're up high and you're overlooking, the sun's going down nice and slow. All the other islands are right in front of you, and the colors, and you sit there and you just admire nature.
You're in awe. You're in
total awe.
Peter
Scapoletti.
I was going to say, Eszter, Peter is saying good morning.
Is that Peter Scapoletti?
Yeah. He says,
Peter.
Ciao, Eszter, Mike, and Lou, and everyone. Now, this is a command. Everyone, hit the like button, please. And he does
He's
that
so
on your
good
show.
about that.
He does that. He's so good about that. I know.
Oh, he does that for our show, and it is so appreciated. Believe me.
Absolutely.
Believe
You know, it's so much nicer to hear it from someone who's enjoying what you're presenting than
Yeah.
you self-touting it yourself. You know, please, you know, hit the
It's
like
so
button.
nice.
You know, he's cool. He's good people. I have a lot of fun with Peter. He's a very interesting man. He just lives, like he said a couple of weeks ago when he was talking to you. He's just a couple of streets away. So, like at night, you know, if I need any vegetables or something, I just kind of walk over, get a bag.
Wait, that garden
Yeah.
of his,
Oh,
holy smokers.
yeah.
I went there for the first time a few years ago. It's like row after row of tomatoes and things, and it's pretty incredible.
You're talking about the old-fashioned tomatoes too, the
Yeah.
heritage tomato, and he's got so many different. He's cut back quite a bit, but
It's a
it's
lot
a
of work.
pleasure. It's a lot of work. You bet your life, and nobody appreciates his efforts better than I. You know, I'll be honest with
He's
you.
a good guy. He's
Between
a
him
good
and Roger, between him and Roger Trudell, I
Yeah.
mean, we do pretty well. You know, I don't have to buy any tomatoes. I don't have to buy any cucumbers. I don't have to buy peppers. You know, they do my shopping for me. Demoulas, I don't need Demoulas. You know, I don't have to go to produce there.
There you
know,
go.
and that's another story. And since I mentioned it, many people know that I spent many years working for the Demoulas family. Back in 66, 60, I believe I started in 66. And there was only 7 or 8 stores, and now they're up to 90. And
Crazy.
you talk about a story from the family that it's just hard work, and
Yeah.
you know something, nothing came easy, but you couldn't have asked for a better family to work for. I'll be honest with you.
That's so good to hear. I'll be honest with you. I love to hear that.
Good people to work for. You had the best equipment, incentive programs that were unheard of in our particular industry. And you know something, I hated to see all this. I knew Artie,
Yes.
you know, when he was in high school and in Andover, and when he played football, his father was so proud because he's not a big man.
Yeah.
But the kid, you know, he had gumption and he had cookies, and he was a good football player. And to see what's going on right now, it saddens me. It does.
It really is sad, Mike.
You know, if Mike
Families never
Demoulas,
knew good.
yeah, if Mike Demoulas was still alive, I mean, right now he must be turning over in his grave, because this is sad. And you know, you had these 2 brothers. There was actually 3, but one was out of the company, Mike and George. And you know something, they had a vision, and they persevered, got the right people working for them, and you know, from there on in, it was just build, build, build. For many years, I did the new store openings, and we'd go into new areas, and the reputation that family developed in the industry.
Sure.
The Griffin Report was like the Bible, that it was reported in all the different supermarkets throughout the country. And Demoulas was always either second to third in the country for sales per square foot. And that was something that Mike Demoulas took a lot of pride in. And the only places to beat us were like out in Texas, Louis. They'd have these huge stores that sold furniture plus had grocery items and meat, and they would combine everything together. Those are the only stores that ever beat us for #1 spot. And you know, like I said, I just wanted to I know I'm sidetracking, but it's something I wanted to say, because I've had a lot of phone calls from people about what's been going on. And I'll tell you, the years I had there, phenomenal. I loved every minute of it. I wish I was at 81. I wish I was still working in the stores, to be honest.
Wow. That says a lot.
I'm truthful. I mean, I can't. The best times I ever enjoyed were working in the stores and meeting different store people, personnel. And I'll tell you, they treated you very, very good. But you know something, this is not about the Demoulas family. This is about, we're talking about Sicily. We're talking about how beautiful some of these islands are. And I'm sure the cost, it must be less expensive to go to these islands than, say, to a beach area, or isn't it?
Well, Lipari, for instance, has become a major hotspot. Parts of, the movie Odyssey that's coming out. So you had Hollywood descend on Lipari last year, and the word has been getting out about it. So it's not the cheapest, but I mean, if you go to some of the other islands like Vulcano, some of the small ones, Lipari is pretty. I was there 2 weeks ago, and there were already tourists there. So
and the temperature must be nice, because I saw some people in the water on that show.
Yeah,
there was a couple of people.
Oh my gosh, I was like, woo-hoo. Yeah, people were going in.
You freeze your peonies off. Me.
Oh my God. I think I must be Sicilian, because for me, the calendar didn't say May yet. So I was like, I'm not going near the water.
I like it. I like the way you're thinking. Well, our water, like where Louis is up at Plum Island, is around 45 degrees.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cold. That's cold. I mean,
I put my feet in, and it was comfortable. But I'm sure going in deeper would not be very comfortable.
The temperature right now in Sicily approximately is what, 70s?
It's been in the 70s,
Yeah,
a little bit cooler at night. Today is not the best day. I feel bad for all these people for May Day, because today is supposed to be, like a big holiday for people to go out. But it's overcast. But tomorrow's supposed to be back up to the low 70s. So I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely beautiful.
Can I talk about my Al Zappola?
Can you hold your thought, and we're going to take this last break. Now we're back with you. We'll be here till noontime, and you can talk all about your significant other, and we'll let you go. All right,
awesome.
Louis, why don't you take us out, pal?
Ciao, this is Esther of You, Me, and Sicily. I want to talk to you about Tommy Amin and the great staff at Butcher Boy Market. Families, foodies, and home chefs come together at Butcher Boy to talk good food and create traditions. They offer the best in quality cuts of beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and restaurant-style steaks and chops. Produce? All of their produce is hand-selected to complement any meal or even to make it your main course. Their deli serves fresh roast beef, turkey, and beautiful imported Italian cold cuts, cheeses, and antipasto. And don't forget the Butcher Boy Bakery, featuring sweet delectables from all over the state, as well as their very own bakery. That's Butcher Boy, where the secret to a great steak is, of course, the steak. Located at 1077 Osgood Street in North Andover, Massachusetts, in the Butcher Boy Plaza. Ciao!
Legacy Care Law Firm provides estate planning and elder law services to people in the greater Merrimack Valley and southern New Hampshire areas, with offices in North Andover and Woburn, Massachusetts, as well as Nashua and Salem, New Hampshire. Discussing family and financial matters with an attorney can be intimidating, but our goal is to help you prepare for the future as you preserve your legacy. We help clients qualify for government medical benefits and ensure their estates are preserved for their families, so they don't need to worry about their estate being wiped out by high nursing home expenses. Legacy Care Law Firm attorneys are here to support your journey toward a more secure financial future.
This is Tom Zappola. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill, the Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverhillbeef.com.
At Catadella Funeral Home, we reinvest in our business to provide your family with the best facilities. It begins with a beautifully landscaped exterior, parking for 250 vehicles, and a comfortable and inviting access to our renovated interior. Funerals can be costly, so you should review and compare plans to make sure you receive services that are fairly priced. I invite you to experience the Catadella difference in cost, facility, and service.
Catadella's, honoring and celebrating the lives of the people we loved, providing exceptional care since 1929.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Play more, earn more, win more at Encore Boston Harbor. Sign up for Win Rewards today and score $50 in free play instantly. Score even more as you play your favorite games. New members will also receive $25 in free play for every 100 tier credits earned playing with your new Win Rewards card. Highly rewarding instantly. Visit EncoreBostonHarbor.com for more information. New members only. Further terms and conditions apply. If you or a loved one is experiencing problems with gambling and needs support, call 833-2750-50 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org to speak with a trained specialist. Specialists are available 24/7 and services are free, confidential, and available in multiple languages.
This is Cindy.
And Mike Kunstler.
Owners and operators of Four Oaks Country Club and Grazie Italian Restaurant in Drake, Massachusetts.
Grazie Italian Restaurant is the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
Why is that?
We have an incredible chef, Oscar Figueroa.
In the words of local famous chef and restaurant owner Lydia Shire,
Oscar thrives on hard work.
he is capable and gifted.
No one makes better food. Scallops, seared to perfection.
House-made ravioli with farm-fresh local corn.
And buttery, tender, lazy man's lobster, just to name a few.
You have to come experience Grazie Italian Restaurant for yourself.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club, 80 Meadow Creek Drive in Drake, Massachusetts. Hope to see you soon.
Welcome back, everybody. Esther, before we took a break, you wanted to talk about your significant other, Alfred.
I do, but wait, first,
Uh-oh.
I want to show you guys our new merchandise.
Oh, I like that.
Sicilian Queen. And then you guys know what beddo is, right?
There you go. Figu beddo.
Figu beddo. And then, wait a sec. I got to show you this. We got this style. This tote bag is awesome. It's high quality.
Nice.
I like
nice.
that.
I like that.
Really good. And then this is Alfred's 5th book, which is available
okay. It's out
on our
now.
Amazon, but I think he's coming. Alfio, can you come over here? Very exciting news today, Friday, May 1st.
Yeah.
Alfred we published his 6th book. Alfred, honey, your audience is waiting for you. Now, let me tell you, this book is really good. It's a compilation of short stories and, observations, and it's even got some pictures in here.
Oh, wow.
Wait a sec. Look at this.
Nice.
There's Mama
Isn't that
Edna.
beautiful? Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So this is on our Amazon. If you do search my name or Al's name, that's on it. But I'm very excited to announce his 6th book that's on Amazon right now.
Hi, Mike.
Congratulations, Al.
Hey, Mike. Did she tell you about the woman that I met?
He has no idea who it is.
This woman was like your best family member. I'm telling you, she knew you and knew everything about you, Mike.
Is she going to leave me any money when she goes?
No.
My part of her inheritance? No.
Probably owe her money.
No.
So tell them about your.
I'm gonna blank. I don't really know who, but again, my family's so small. Jesus, I mean, that's amazing. Well, you know something, I'm glad she recognized and she said hello to you, and that's a wonderful
Yeah,
thing.
really. I mean, she knew all about you. That's for sure, man. She listens to your programming too.
That's good to hear.
This book that
Congratulations on the books.
This book that came out today, it's called The Infinity Protocol. I actually began writing it in 1998.
Wow.
Yeah, and the first thing I did was a screenplay. And about 7 or 8 months ago, I decided to novelize it. So
okay.
Took me and I worked with my daughter, Katie, on it too. And a lot of my friends, this fellow by the name of attorney Mike Kaufman helped me. Jim Mula, Lieutenant Colonel Marine, retired. It's a good thriller. It's my first effort. And geez, I hope people like it. My brother Tommy called me up. Yeah, listen to this. Are you sitting down? Yeah, you're sitting down. He actually bought a copy.
He didn't give you a compliment, did he?
My brother. He
bought a copy?
Tommy, yeah. And he says, wow, this is spectacular. So I said, could I quote you on that? He says, no. But anyways, my brother said my book was spectacular. That's the first time he's ever said anything nice about stuff that I've done. But that's good.
Peter Scipoletti just wrote in, and he said he ordered your latest book.
I love Peter.
Protocol. He ordered it at 6 o'clock this morning.
It just came out. It just came out.
I know. That's
really.
what he's making reference to.
Yeah, because I put it on Facebook. Hey, Mike, I want to thank you too for your donation to the Sicilian project. The meet and greet that we had was very successful. We made enough money to pay for almost 3 classes, so that's great. You know.
Yeah.
And next year, I'm putting together a committee. I decided that we need to have. I'm going to kind of mimic Tom Duggan a little bit. You know, he's got that bash committee of his.
Yep.
So I'm going to get a bunch of people that are going to help me next year. I've already reserved the sales again. It'll be on the 22nd of April, Thursday, at 8:30, from 5:30 to 8:30. So, but I'll see you before then. I'll see you before.
Absolutely.
Okay, Mike, I'm going to let you get back to your programming now. But thanks.
Congratulations, Al.
Thanks, Michael. God bless you. Hey, Lou, how you doing? How's Lou doing?
I'm doing well. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Good. I just want to say hello.
All
okay,
right.
guys. See you later.
Take it easy. There you go.
There you go.
He should be excited. You know, that's quite a milestone. I mean,
6
you know
books.
something. Yeah, I'm sure for Tom to say that, Chris.
I was shocked. I was like,
did
did I just hear your brother say that?
A compliment? Wow. You know,
it's like raising a child having a project that long.
Yeah.
Eszter, you and in your latest show, I believe there was a pool that's heated by the volcano. You know, these islands being volcanic. You got a lot of these heated pools on some of these islands.
A mineral pool.
The mineral pool's got a lot of good properties to it.
Healing properties.
Yeah. I had an opportunity to visit one in North Point, Florida, Louis, and it had 51 different minerals in the water.
A volcanic pool in Florida?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's heated. Yeah. It's in North Point. North Point is, I don't know if you're familiar with Inglewood, Florida.
A little bit.
It's in the middle. It's on the West Coast. It's in the Sarasota County circle, but it's 83 acres. And they have this pool. People come from all over.
Fire ants, wild boar, and snakes.
It wasn't just the snakes. I mean, you know, like I said, in the United States, this is considered to be the #1 pool for health reasons, for minerals, and there's no other health pool in the United States that can match this one. And it's gotten all kinds of awards, and fresh water coming in, water going out, new water coming in. It's constantly being refurbished. There's something like 19,000 gallons of water comes in every hour. So, I mean, it keeps it clean, but there's a ton of people, every language you could possibly want to hear. So, Eszter, you met my wife, Lucille, way back in the, no, you never did. Okay.
I never did.
Lucille was somewhat of a priss. She liked doing things, but she liked doing things that doesn't involve getting dirty or anything like that. You know what I mean? And sweating. Well, we go into this pool, and you had to walk. They had it all roped off, and there was a certain direction you should walk, and you go counterclockwise. And Lucille's a nervous wreck. This is not for her. This is not a gig. Not at all. Not at all. The bottom was kind of mushy, like a Lake Louis with the crushed, leaves, decomposed leaves. It's a weird feeling.
Right.
And all of a sudden, there's this huge mucka turtle. I mean, this turtle is a freaking huge. I mean, he could have made enough turtle soup to feed all of Methuen. I mean, he was huge. And Lucille's looking at him. She says, "Oh, look at him." And he's not bothering anybody, and people aren't bothering with him. But all of a sudden, he decides to take a crap.
Yeah.
I wish you could have seen Lucille. If she could have got up and walked on water to get the hell out of there, boy, she would have. She says, "This is disgusting. I'm out of here. I'm not."
Oh my gosh.
It was one of the funniest. When I saw her on your show, the health pool, I had to mention that about this one
That's
here
funny.
up at North Point. It was really something. And the minerals that are natural, to be able to get 51 different minerals in a pool like that. And you know what the temperature maintains? Temperature is between 75 and 77 all year.
Wow.
All year long. It's
Perfect,
quite
yeah.
a thing. It's a big draw.
You got to watch with that for people with heart issues. You don't want to be staying in that for longer than
15 minutes. 15 minutes is what they suggest.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, talk about floating. Yeah, you lay back, Lou. You could just lay there, man. You could float.
Really?
If there weren't so many people, there's just busload after busload of people. So
Of course.
you really don't have that
benefits.
pull out. But anyway,
Did
it
you
was
feel
quite
any effects?
I don't know if I did or I didn't. I think positive thinking has a lot to do with everything you do. To
Maybe.
be honest, you can
No
talk yourself
kidding.
into.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, really, huh, Esther? You could
Oh,
talk
yeah.
yourself into anything you want to do.
You're right.
Yeah,
You
it's
can
crazy.
walk on fire. You can do anything. Talk yourself into it.
You know something? You're right. Yeah, and a lot of people believe in that. Mind over matter. Mind over matter.
I do.
Yeah. Well, you know something? That and it keeps you nice and young. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. We're running out of time. We have about 4 minutes left to go. Is there anything you'd like to bring up before our listeners?
No, only our website. We have our www.youmeandsicily.com. We have our YouTube page. That's been a lot of fun for me to keep videos every Sunday, and people like Peter Scipoletti's always there on Sunday. So I love that. We have our little community, right, Mike? We formed this like community of people. I'm looking forward to, I'm just messaging my driver about what time to leave tomorrow for the Flower Festival. And looking forward to a great May touring. We've got several groups, including private families.
Mm-hmm.
One family, listen to this. She's convinced she's related to Al somehow because her grandfather was in Lawrence and they came from Tre Castagni, Via Grande, like that whole area. Yeah. And she's just convinced that somehow she's related to Al.
Everybody else is. Why can't she?
Could be.
Exactly. So we're going to have a group tour. Of course, we're going to go to the Festival Sanalfio Tre Castagni. We're going to the Flower Festival, Ortigia, Taormina, of course.
Good for you.
And so May is going to be busy. And then June, we have our June tours all lined up. So it's going to be a good, busy season. I'm looking forward to it.
You know something? I'm glad a lot of people decided to continue on with their plans, given the fact of what's going on in the world right now. And you know something?
You only live once, Mike.
Amen. Amen.
And listen, if anything, COVID, there are things that I put off that I was like,
Mm-hmm. I get it.
I get it. There were things that I put off, and then we were shut down for a year and a half, and I said to myself, never again. I'm going to just do what I want. When I want it, I don't care.
Well, next week, Esther, on the show, I hope you get an opportunity to listen in. We're going to be talking about the American Revolution. And really, that was kind of the foundation of our country, what took place.
Yeah.
And we have Professor Richard Padova, he tried to say. Professor Richard Padova.
You're kidding.
He'll be on with us, yeah.
Hey, Mike, remember the first video that I did with you and Tommy was at the feast.
That's right. You interviewed us.
And I interviewed Professor
Did you really? Padova.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, he's
so
a very he's a very smart man, knows what he's
very
talking
smart.
about. And one other thing, we only got a couple of seconds left to go. I just want to mention to our listeners, Haverhill Beef is going to have some interesting news, very big news. They're going to be moving into new digs, and we're going to be chatting about that, and plenty of parking. And this is very very big. And Peter Carboni and his family put a lot of effort into making Haverhill Beef what it is today. And this is a major upgrade from the location of where they are downtown. Yep. It's going to make life a lot easier. And in the afternoon for lunch, the sandwich selections. We're going to talk. No, it's right off of 495.
Stop down.
Route 97.
Yep.
Phew, right there. It's where the Chicken Connection used to be.
One exit down.
One exit down. That's it. Esther.
Hey, you guys, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Thank you. Take care. You always bring a lot to the table, babe. Ciao.
Ciao, Lou.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Enjoy. Ciao.
Ciao.